Welcome back to O Sports on O Radio with Gio and Matt.
No, AJ again.
It's-
Man,
I
he's
swear.
never here. He's never here.
AJ's like he's like that one friend that comes
Love
back
you,
for
though.
like
Love you, though.
a few like weeks or so and then leaves.
Listen, it's the Gio and Matt show at this point. And now we can get away from lacrosse. Love lacrosse, but let's get away from it. Let's talk about basketball.
Okay.
We called it. The
Well-
Heat and Nuggets split the first two games.
Okay, you called it. I didn't call it. I low key thought they were gonna lose the first two and then win the next two and then
Nah,
that's what I was
said-
thinking.
I called the split, man. I don't know if I called it on air, but I definitely called the split.
you didn't call it on air because I would remember that.
Probably. But anyway, dude, we got a series now.
Yo,
now we got
I
a
s-
series.
The thing is, everyone knew game one. I knew game one we were not gonna win. I just knew it.
Yeah, there was no shot.
We
No
didn't
Tyler
have-
Hero. The team chemistry. Was
I think it was
fine.
just the
That wasn't
altitude.
an
I
issue.
was like, I think that was like I'm like because remember Miami's like 5 feet above sea level,
Yeah.
and then you have the Nuggets like 5,000 feet above sea level.
I don't know if that played the biggest role.
But it definitely impacted
It might
them
have
a
played
little
some role for
because
sure.
like,
But we
'cause, like,
beat them
they-
at home, right? So
No, we didn't. We beat them. Oh yeah,
we
did
beat them at Nuggets.
Oh yeah, we did. But like the thing is, right? You know, like the air is thinner up there. It's like you have to like, cause it's you know what I'm saying.
Dude, look at this.
Like
Look
you know
at
what I'm saying
this.
though.
This is what killed the Nuggets. Now admittedly, we did not kill the Nuggets, but we beat the Nuggets.
A win's a
and
win in
that's
the
important part.
playoffs. It doesn't matter how you win. A
Heat
win-
shot 48.6% from three.
I mean,
They cannot stop us from three. That is.
like, when you think about it percentage wise, in terms of like non-sports, like less than 50 is not good. But in terms of basketball shooting
That's
from
awesome.
that's Curry doesn't shoot like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably does.
Yeah.
Let me not see that.
Jokic went off for 41,
I mean,
and we still beat him.
all I'm saying is
If we could hold this man to anything below
40.
30, below 30.
No, below 40. Because let's be real, Jokic is gonna put up 30 regardless.
Okay, true.
Because think about it, Matt. The
You
dude has
just
the
can't stop him.
Matt. Have you seen his shooting form? He pulls the ball all the way back behind his head,
He's got the
Then
old head
fixes
shooting
it.
form.
and it gets had the perfect shooting form. It goes from the worst to the best in like in
Yeah.
like a minute.
You're right.
So are we gonna stop him from scoring 30? No. That's like stopping Curry from scoring 25 with like 5 assists.
Yeah,
at least.
there's.
You can't really do anything about
not
it.
a good chance.
So
But anyways, bro.
if he can hold his assists down, because the team scores off of Jokic's assists.
Yeah.
And I've known like,
He had
if-
4. He
exactly.
gave him the 4 assists.
And you see how different it was because game one he had assists across the board.
See, now a lot of people say, and this is true, but Jokic is a pass first player.
He is.
Like, just saw something yesterday. Actually, it was a breakdown of a Suns versus Nuggets game or something like that. And like their whole game plan was let Jokic score because he's gonna look to pass first. So if you just
Yeah.
cut off all the passing lanes, he doesn't want to score. That's not the type of player he is. But like
Like
now,
I mean, he wants to score. It's
he's
just like,
scoring 40 and trying to get 15 passes a game too. Like
I mean, it's they're not wrong by saying pass. He's a pass first player.
Jokic is a hard player. He's for sure the best player
I
in
mean,
the finals right now. In the finals,
I'll say that. I'll say
I
that.
would say after
Him and Jimmy.
yesterday. Honestly, after yesterday, I got Jokic, Bam, Denjin.
I'm not.
Bam
my thing is,
was
Bam is
crazy yesterday.
Bam is too inconsistent throughout these playoffs.
I
That's
completely
why.
agree with you.
Versus like Jimmy, we're consistently getting like 30 points.
Jimmy had 17 last game, but
But,
I
like-
know what you're saying.
Like
yeah.
you consistency like a 30-point game.
But
with
listen,
like that
man,
1 or 2.
I didn't call
versus
this
Bam.
on air either. I probably should have, but I'm telling you, this series is gonna be like heavily dependent on Bam.
This is the most.
Bam needs to carry the Heat team. Now I know
Definitely.
like Tyler Hero,
Okay, maybe not
Jimmy,
carry. Bam needs to put in his
He's
effort
dude, aggressive rebounding, aggressive like
defense,
defense,
and aggressive point scoring.
Exactly, and like I don't remember how many blocks he had, but I think he had
I think 2, 3.
2.
I don't know.
We'll look it up eventually. But anyways, dude, I just love that, man.
Bam. This is the most. This is gonna be like the most basketball influenced series. Like this isn't gonna be like like
Oh,
nothing like
yeah,
that. This is
yeah.
straight. This is like everybody wants this because it's straight basketball.
Listen,
That's all we want.
I'm
That's
feeling
all we
it.
want.
No 8 seed has ever won the NBA Finals. This is the year.
The Heat. Every time the Heat won a
This could
championship,
be the year, man.
you know what's crazy? Every Heat championship, they lost the first game.
Really?
Yeah,
Stop,
I'm serious.
dude. This is the
They
year.
lost with LeBron. They
This is
lost
the
with Wade.
year.
They lost with Shaq. Like
This is the year. This has got to be right. They're just playing
I-
so well.
when the Heat are just a team. I don't know who doubted Jimmy, but we saw what happened when he was looking at like I think they had a losing record earlier in the season and like
Mhm.
only playoffs. And then he texted Coco Golf before I think it was like before play-ins were even done. No, before they even started, he was like, "You want 2 tickets to the Heat game for the finals?"
That's awesome.
That's bold, and honestly, I stand with that.
All right, I got a question for you. So Tyler Hero reportedly is supposed to come back game 3, right?
Yeah,
How do you think that's gonna play out?
I think
Because
if
I
he's,
got two different opinions on it.
it could go either way, right?
Yeah.
If he's back and he's shooting like he should, like just letting threes drop, then yes. Like if it's just three after three he's making
Yeah.
them, I think that's the best thing that he could have because that's what they're really missing. Their 3-point shooter. Yeah, Duncan Robinson is good, but Hero.
I mean, they did shoot almost 50% from three, but
like with
I know
Hero,
what you're saying. Like
'cause-
he's a 20-point per game scorer easily.
exactly. Let's say this right. Hero and Duncan Robinson are like the same player. It's just Hero is a more developed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Hero has been
So I saw something. The only two issues they have with Hero coming back is that
the rotation is messed up.
so team chemistry might get. I know.
I don't think it
Listen,
will.
he's been playing for them all season.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they've been playing this well without him.
I don't think that
So
is
they
gonna
think
mess
it
up.
might mess up. I think he has to come off the bench.
No,
I think it's gonna clash.
I'm with him coming out the bench like the first game or two.
Yeah,
Because-
because you got to rework him back into the system.
Exactly.
Because now that you have a system that works, you have to reintroduce new
Yeah.
pieces to the puzzle, right?
I mean, it's not you're not really reintroducing people. You're just like getting someone back in the groove.
Also, it's not like he stubbed his toe, right?
Exactly.
He had a broken hand.
That's what I'm saying.
So
like
coming off injury, is he gonna be rusty? Is he gonna be good enough?
he could be
to
that
play?
6-man.
Yeah, he
He's
needs
like-
to be 6-man of the year.
Okay. Like he
Oh.
needs to be playing like 6-man of the year.
Yeah, listen.
Like
I don't know if he's gonna average 20 again, but we need
We don't need 20. We just need points.
that heat.
If the
The
bench can
Heat's
combine.
not my team, but it's my team in this finals.
I mean, right. I don't know if there's like a basketball's the one sport where I have two teams. Right.
Mm.
And I'm not I'm a Warriors fan.
Warriors fans.
And then I always have
Knicks.
I pick one team at the beginning of the season that
Just
I
to
go
fu-
for.
So you always got the Warriors.
I
and
always have
then
the
that
hometown
other
team because no matter what, I
Gotta
usually
stay Knicks.
all my sports except for basketball, I'm a hometown team,
Yeah.
right? And then basketball, I'm a Warriors, but I still support the Knicks as if I'm a Knicks fan.
You know what? Let's take a shift real quick. Let's take a shift into that. Why are you a Warriors fan and not like a Knicks fan? Well, you're both, but what caused you to be a Warriors fan first?
I saw Warriors game first.
Same.
It's really
Literally,
just it.
it.
I'm
Listen,
like,
my favorite team is the New York Giants because the first
Football game you saw
football anything I've seen
was
I
the
saw
Giants.
Eli Manning play for the Giants.
I mean, my first actual thought of football was the helmet catch.
Really?
Yeah, it was on
Dude,
ESPN.
lucky I saw the Giants lose.
Oh damn!
I saw the Giants lose, and then a couple of days later, I was at Target.
I mean,
and
it was
I got some playing.
It was a clip, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like I was not old enough to remember that.
Yeah.
I was. What was that Super Bowl? It was the first one.
That
The second
was
one.
the first one.
So no, I think it was 2. Well, going.
It
No,
had to
yeah, I
be
was
some clip.
2. I was not. No, I was not remembering that.
Yeah. No.
I saw a
I
clip. of it, though.
wish. I wish.
If I saw that and I remembered it, trust me, I'd be going crazy.
Listen, I'm calling it. We go from basketball to football so fast. I'm calling in the next 5 years. Wow, my voice is just going out.
You want to hit?
In the next 5 years, man, the Giants I feel can make the bowl for sure.
I think we made the bowl within the next 3.
3.
I mean, if Daniel Jones only gets better as
I don't know.
he
If
should,
we have the schedule that we have
Matt,
every year,
we always have this one of the hardest schedules.
I
Last
don't
year,
know why.
they
I
hate us.
honestly don't know why.
But the thing is, right? We made the playoffs on I think a harder schedule last year than this year.
Nah, you think?
I think so. Because remember, we had more.
We do have on
mean-
paper, we have a better team this year. So
I
we
think-
should be able to handle it.
Because Daniel Jones, he only goes up. He's recently just been trending upwards since that sophomore year.
Yeah.
So it's I trust him. So just like the Super Bowl score last year, I'm calling the Giants making the second round. No, winning the second round of playoffs this year. Same, going against the Eagles, which I feel like is fair.
I missed all that stuff, bro. Just texted me.
It's not impossible, right? To win, if we don't face the Eagles in the second round of the playoffs, we can make it to that championship game. Because we're not getting a
Gosh,
bye.
No.
Exactly. So I'm
But here's the thing.
we don't play the Eagles. We can take pretty much every other team in the NFC.
Eagles and Niners. Listen,
Niners with the situation last year, no. Niners with
what
this
it
year,
looks like, we can beat every team in the NFC except Eagles, Niners, and the Cowboys.
no. Say that name because we can beat them.
The Cowboys.
Every
They
time we
beat
play
us twice last year.
but it's always
listen,
close though. That's the
True.
thing. The Cowboys aren't blowing us out like they used to. If it was blowouts, yes. But
Yes.
with how close it's getting,
I don't know. With this new team, they put some pieces on their team. We put some pieces in our team. It's gonna be close at the end.
also,
I think we split with them this year.
Did you see the thing that happened with Jalen Hyatt and the Cowboy dude at the I think it was Tennessee's pro day?
No,
Bro, it was crazy. He just called him out. He pretty much just said, "You're all speed. That's all you got."
that's crazy.
Hyatt took it personally.
I can't wait for that man to just get beans.
It was crazy week 1. We got the Cowboys. I think, and we're away too.
First game, yeah.
I want to see what happens.
Playing at the Cowboy Stadium, bro, sucks first game.
I mean, nah, I think it's better.
Dude, imagine if they were playing at MetLife, sold out game in like 2 seconds. Cowboys versus Giants at home.
Nah, the thing is, it's not sold out because New Yorkers are kind of like, oh, it's the Cowboys. We're not
Maybe, but like,
If
I'm
we,
excited for this team.
all I know is we got to go to the game this year.
Yeah,
We're probably going to end up at the Jets-Giants game just
Yeah.
because.
I'm going to the Patriots Giants game.
Oh, nice.
I'm planning on it at least. Dude.
Oh, that's preseason or regular season?
Regular.
Mm.
It's the only week I'm free.
Like the only, it's like, he said it's so like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
swamped
it's
with
just,
schoolwork already.
Yeah, bro. Already. I probably won't be, but sports and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, football is such a great sport.
It is.
It's such a great sport.
It's like if ballet had a little bit of violence.
I wouldn't say that at all.
I would say that, but I
if
mean, that's
ballet had some violence, that'd be
because
like,
you need so much balance to do it, but at the same time, you need to move so
I feel
swiftly
like that's
and
more
land your
like
feet.
UFC MMA
Bro,
is more like
No,
ballet.
'cause
like
you-
the foot movement and everything like that.
I think you have more football and football than you have MMA, and I can say that because I do it. Bro, you need
okay, depending.
bro because you
Just because you're running doesn't
position
mean
wise.
there's-
Let me say that position wise.
Okay, fine.
Okay, like running backs, we need that ballerina type of footwork, and I guess I said
I'm
it.
gonna make you real mad. O linemen need more footwork than running backs.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'm
mean,
glad
like,
you agree
I mean,
with that.
because like I'm thinking of
listen,
their steps.
you definitely do.
No,
Because you take one wrong step,
Wait.
you step behind yourself, something like that.
It depends on the play. I'm saying. I mean, it depends on the
Depends on the play.
play. Because
I
there
agree
be
with that. I
plays
agree
where they
with
just have
that.
to go straight up, or like maybe go like
The
to the
QB
right.
sneak. It's just
I mean, I don't do that, but like something like you
you
know
guys
something
don't do
like
a lot
that.
of things.
Shit. Yeah.
You guys really need to take a playbook just off of Madden.
I think we did this year.
Just take a Madden playbook.
I think we did.
Yeah, which book was that? The Bears.
No, I think we took like the Chargers or like a team that runs like 2 receivers because we low key have like a different this offense. I'm not gonna say we do great, but it's looking a little interesting this year.
All right. Well, should we?
Well, let's take it into halftime real quick. This is Gio and Matt, and we'll see you in the second half. Welcome back from halftime with the O Sports. Gio and Matt are back at it.
Gio, get the sound.
Damn it. Matt was actually
With the
excited.
vroom vroom, bro.
Like he said it. I wasn't even gonna
Yeah,
press
I'm
it. He's
excited
like,
for it.
Gio, go and get it. I was like, oh.
He was talking about it to me a little bit. All right, talk about it.
We had the Grand Prix de Spain at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, right? Qualifying was all over the place.
Yeah. So Gio wants to talk about Lando Norris.
Oh, don't get me started. Don't. McLaren just sets me up to be disappointed.
They're good cars too, which is a sad thing.
Bro, this like the first few races, it was like, what the actual F, right?
Mhm.
Because they're usually a midfield team fighting for like the points.
Mhm.
It was horrible. It went the complete opposite for like the first 3.
So you got McLaren in 13th place and 17th place.
Or what if I told you the last few like the last 5, like the last 3 races before this, they were in points. At least
Yeah.
one of them was in points.
I don't know, bro.
They like it was so like they were on like it wasn't like amazing, but it was so good compared to like what usually happened, right?
Mm.
And then this happened.
So I don't know much about this. I know the top 2.
Okay, so right, qualifying was all over the place. Charles Leclerc was in 19th,
Mm.
and he's Ferrari, so obviously they're expecting
Yeah.
like a top 10. Something happened. He was in 19th.
Now he's in 5th.
Yeah, he's
Which
a
is-
wait. What?
You said Ferrari. Oh,
No,
Which
he's in 11th.
11th. Well, still a jump. I thought you were talking about this one.
Keep up the qualifying because I low key forgot. Like I forgot. I feel like the first 3 I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yes. This one?
No qualifying. Just put Spanish GP qual. Oh, right here.
This one?
I think it should be. we're not the best at this, but we're working.
We're not the best at this.
Schedule maybe.
Schedule. Gotta be honest, I don't know where you see that. I'm on.
Then
Is it Spain?
Spain, yeah. Can we see qualifying or am I just tripping? Oh, right. Yeah.
Result.
Yeah, results.
Alright.
Okay, right. If I read you the qualifying list, you're going to say, what the F, right? You have, actually, no. The first one, no. That's normal. Max at number 1, everyone thinks that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Carlos and Lando. Lando's been driving the car off lately, so it's not surprising, but, you know, it's impressive. You know, Pierre at 10, at 4, yes. But he got grid penalty, which dropped him down to 6 for impeding. You have Lewis, Lance Stroll, which no one thought.
Really?
He's like, Matt, so his dad owns the team.
Oh.
So it's like one of those
One
situations.
Of those, like, hey, son, come drive the car. All right,
Exactly.
fine.
Like, he's not bad. It's just like, out of everyone.
All
you've paid-
right, listen. I know Max is at the top of the list, but who do you think's the best? Let's just go top 5. Who's the best out of these top 5 drivers?
Personally, I think off of pure skill, it's Lewis, but the
Yeah.
car hasn't been up there. So I can't.
So you think it's a car issue?
I mean, the car is good, but like, it's just like, you know.
Mercedes makes good cars. for racing.
Exactly. Right, like you look at the rest of the list, you're like, that makes sense if you like, you know, if you know F1, you're like, then you just have a Ferrari casually at 19th.
Yeah, which
Shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Especially, like, if not like he was had like an engine failure, it's just he literally just
He just couldn't race well.
something happened. I don't know what
Hey,
happened.
it happens to the best of them.
You're right. You know, and then you look at the rest of the list, it's average. You're like, okay, I see how it is. You know, Oscar starting in 10th. You know, the McLaren's entering the top 10, being in Q3 consistently is what most people would say is
Mhm.
true. And then the race starts, and God save the queen. Well, now God save the king at this point, because Lando just did not want to drive fast in the beginning. Like the race starts,
Maybe he's got feather for feet, bro.
bro. He also had tonsillitis, so.
Oh.
But still, bro, you gave us a Q3
All right, but
top 3
well,
finish.
I don't know how much tonsillitis will affect your driving. but
Exactly, bro. That's
you
what I'm
need
saying.
like 110% to be an F1 driver.
Bro, but still,
No, I agree with you.
if you could do this in qualifying, but end up down in
Because he has one of the
17th
best cars too.
No, he doesn't. I
He
mean,
doesn't?
he's one of the best midfield cars. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
So right, it's impressive that he got up there, but the fact that she did that and then dropped all the way down to 17th because he turned in or someone didn't give him the space on turn 1 or 2.
It's a skill issue.
Yeah, I mean,
Partially.
skill mistake. I'd say I wouldn't say
Okay.
skill issue because like you're in the like RB, one of the top drivers in the world overall.
Yeah.
So right, but I'm just like, and then they tried to stick it out. I think it was the hard compound we tried to stick it out on. It didn't go so well. I mean, it went all right, but you know, where is it at? Happens. Happens.
Wasn't know where you were going with that.
But yeah, I was actually planning on watching the race, right?
Yeah.
I turned it on late, and I just see Lando in 20th. I'm like, what the happened? You should saw my face. I low key had like, it went from like, oh my gosh, this could be like, he could get his first win.
First to last.
I really was like, oh my gosh, he could get his first win. I saw that happen. I just gave my sister the TV back. I was like, here. I literally just
Go
was
watch
like, here.
Coco Melon. Something like that, bro.
She has YouTube TV, so I was like, here, take it.
Yeah.
I quit.
Who
So
had tonsillitis again?
Lando,
All right. So you want to talk about that?
no.
You don't want to talk about it?
No.
No. All right. So let's segue because we don't got too much to talk about right now. Sick. Being sick when you're in sports.
Bro, it does not affect you as much as it is. Like the common cold should not be.
Depending on what it is.
Matt, if you have the common cold, I hope you like I
The
get like
common it depends what it's affect. Like if you just got a runny nose, you should be.
man, if you have like a cough and a sneeze,
if you get a cough and a sneeze,
I'm still playing.
yeah.
I don't care.
If it's giving you like a headache, you're congested.
I'm still playing.
Still playing, but that affects you.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I've had a headache.
100%.
Man, I got a
take little
headache.
bit of Advil and just.
Bro, I
Back
can
in
just
the
take
day.
like 20 Advils and be like call it a day.
I don't know if that's good for you. Not at once, obviously, but
Oh, okay.
it's just the whole
Yeah,
bottle.
take like a few Advil before, like take an Advil or 2 before a game, or take a Tylenol or 2. I'll be chilling.
Yeah, for sure. But no,
I may be a
feel
little
like
sleepy.
sometimes people blow it out of proportion. I feel like,
Yeah, I feel like there's certain.
and I don't get that because don't you want to play?
My thing is this, right? If I feel like I cannot give you 100%, at least if I can't feel like I can't give you at least 95% in a game, I won't play.
This is how I feel about it. If your body's only running at 80%, but you're giving 100% of that 80%, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
you should still be able to play.
Actually, that's a great way to think about it. Because like I'm thinking like, oh, if I can't give 95% at least, like for my body, then I don't want to do it.
Because it's like the same thing. If your body's at 100%, but you're only giving 80%,
Mentally.
why are you playing?
That's true.
Why are you playing?
Whereas like, because like actually, now I think because like you're right. Now I think like I would want a kid that is doing like it's like at 80% but giving 100%, than a kid that's at 100% but only giving 80.
Exactly. Because at least you know he's trying his hard.
Exactly. And I feel like that's like the same way. Like I would not want to play.
And there's definitely a difference. Like if you're going 80% because that's as much as you can go, and you're going 80% because you don't want to go 100%,
I'm saying that kid is doing.
you can tell the difference.
Yeah, 'cause, like at least one kid's like he's like gas. He's like, maybe like,
Yeah.
that was a little bit stronger than I thought.
Yeah, it was. You blew some paper around. It's okay.
I wish it was the paper that was dollars, but not that.
Dude, it's like the same thing with injuries.
Yeah, like if I
Hurt is different than injured.
exactly
And people don't realize that.
like
You
hurt is
stub
like
your toe. You are hurt. You are
You
not
sc-
injured.
you cut yourself. That's hurt.
That's hurt.
Not injured.
That's not injured. If
Injured-
you break a finger, you're injured.
Okay, it depends on the sport.
It does.
Cause like
It
you can play
does.
football if you're maybe if you're like a lineman you can play with a broken finger maybe.
I wouldn't say play like the rest of the seat. Well, unless you're Aaron Rodgers, but I wouldn't say play like your life away just because you have a broken finger.
Just like
But maybe sit out for a couple plays.
I think you could.
Regroup, see if you're all good. It
I
also
think-
depends on severity of injury.
It depends on your position.
Like
really.
I'm not playing on a torn ACL.
No.
There's just no way. That's injured.
If I broke my thumb, I'm gonna be honest, I could still play.
Position depending, yeah. Because Aaron Rodgers did that.
Cause like I'm a running back, so like catching, it hurt a little bit.
Oh, it would.
it hurt
It would
definitely.
hurt. Depending
like,
how bad it's broken, for sure.
like
And
if
how
you wrap
catch
it up, like you have like the medical thing, but you take it off
Yeah.
and you wrap it up as like when you know how like Luis does like the thing,
Yeah, yeah.
like you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
what you're talking about.
You do that, like you could definitely play with it, put the splint back on the minute the game ends.
But here's the thing: once you're like officially injured, they take you out.
Technically, but like you can, like it really comes like Luis can only say like if you go to him, and it's like a concussion, he's the one that sees you out.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to, like going to a doctor, they're the ones that be like, it's up. Like there'd be doctors like it's up to you really if you
I
want to
feel
play.
like listen, sports almost no negatives in my opinion, but that is something.
Yeah,
Like I could break 4 of my 5 fingers, and I will not go to the doctor because I'm fine.
the thing is,
I'm fine.
I think this is
Totally fine. I'll throw a lefty or something. I don't care.
Matt. Along those lines, like right, it's like I feel like you should like I feel like obviously there should be like a point up to where I say I'm still deciding whether I can play or not
Yeah.
because they're like mental things like a concussion. Like
That,
if it's
no,
cle-
you gotta say it.
I'm gonna say this.
You're not trying to end up like Antonio Brown.
I'm gonna say this. If you can, if it's clear that you have a concussion or something's not right,
Yeah.
then sit them. But if it's not like more than 25% clear, I feel like that's like the debating factor.
It should. There's a lot of calls that should be made by the kid,
exactly,
but
it's up to the
Ye-
parent or the
yeah,
trainer.
because
which-
listen, like you're still under their supervision, and whatnot. It's
Exactly.
not like the NFL or whatever. You can't make your own decisions.
But my thing is this, right? Like for my thing,
Mhm.
I know I got lit up.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I didn't like I know it didn't hurt, but I know like I saw it and I'm like I got hit bad.
Yeah.
But the thing is, mentally,
You're fine.
I was fine.
But that's also here's the thing. You're
It-
also not the best judgment of that in that situation because adrenaline's running through you.
But at the same
you
time,
just-
right?
Yeah.
It's
No, I
like
totally get what you're saying though.
it's like yeah, adrenaline. But at the same time, it's like you have like those hot adrenaline highs and then the lows, where it's like you can kind of tell whether, like obviously adrenaline's pumping.
There's a gray area for sure.
Yeah, like the gray area is like physical injuries is where I say adrenaline is what keeps you in it.
Yeah.
But like non-physical, like mental, adrenaline can't save you from that because like
Okay.
adrenaline comes from your brain. Think about it.
I agree with that actually a little bit.
So if your brain is still giving you
I
adrenaline,
can see both sides, but I agree with you more.
like you said, like adrenaline comes from the brain. So if it's still giving you that feeling, then the brain is clearly fine. Because adrenaline is like
It's not completely like
okay, it's not like but like you get what I'm saying. Like the
no.
brain
I'm
is
saying you're not completely wrong. I feel like that. Listen, I know there's science to prove that wrong, but I haven't found it yet. So you're right.
Like
And
the-
until I find something
it's the
else,
fact
you're
that,
right.
it's the fact that it comes from the brain. And I'm like, if you're still producing a huge amount of it, then clearly you're not bad.
Yeah.
Like you can still play. It's just like you want to be a little bit more cautious.
Yeah,
like,
but
trying to
like my
like,
foot could be backwards, and I would tell the doctor I'm fine.
okay,
I'm
no,
good to
okay,
play.
that's
Like,
different. That's way
Yeah,
that's
that's
left
different,
field
right?
from what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is. But what I'm saying is like, as I'm gonna call us kids, even though we're young adults, whatever.
Yeah.
We're not a good judgment of everything.
But I feel like when it comes to our body, you have to listen to us
You have to
because
listen to
we
us.
know, like, obviously, if our foot's turned the other way.
Yeah, like
Take
then
us out.
take us out.
But like, if
But-
it's like something where like you can't clearly tell if
Or-
it's wrong.
At the very least, if
Sit 'em for a
if it
minute.
can't get worse, like I'm just gonna go back to breaking finger, or like you
Like
break
you-
your finger, and you can play the rest of the game because it won't progressively get worse and worse.
Exactly.
That's fine. If you sprain your ankle,
No. you should-
that's
that's like it's
spotty.
weird
It's
because right
spotty.
there's like those sprains where it's like, oh, give me a few plays and I'm back in.
yeah,
Versus like the sprain, oh, I actually have to sit out.
yeah.
And that's where I feel like this is where the argument really stems from. It's up to the
I
kid.
feel like injuries don't like affect the way you play that much.
It's the mental aspect.
It's the
after.
mental aspect.
Like I say this all the time. I can break my leg. It's not gonna stop me from wanting to get back into it.
Exactly.
I can do all these things. As much as I would be like nervous for the surgery, I still want to jump back in the minute I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And
Well, that was our. I don't know how we got on there.
we had a lot of
Nor-
it happens.
Some F1 tonsillitis, and then we ended up here. Thank
Yeah.
you. This is
Thanks for listening to O Sports on the Radio with Gio and Matt. You can follow us on OHS Radio, OHS